Hello, hello. We just finished Mario RPG and now we're jumping into the tier list part because the Game Awards are coming. And I think it's a perfect time to talk about games that I have played this year and how I feel about them. So if you can tell by the games I have, these actually are not all games that came out this year, and they're also games that I have not played for the first time. I played as another playthrough, so that is because the idea behind this list is I cannot just play every new game that comes out in a year. And I also just sometimes feel like playing games that I want to. So that is why they're just whatever games I played this year. Doesn't matter if I replay them, if they didn't come out this year, if they did come out this year. Doesn't matter. If I played the game this year, then it's on this list. And also, we did not stream all these games. I've only started streaming end of July, beginning of August, so definitely you're gonna see games that I did stream and games that I didn't, and I'll go over it. So for today, first we're gonna be talking about Viewfinder. Viewfinder is an indie developed game, I believe. I don't remember. I'm not gonna remember everyone who made everything. Viewfinder is an indie developed game, and the main gimmick of it is you are exploring a world, and you can use photographs to change how the world is structured. Essentially, put the photograph in front of your face, you click the button, and then whatever was in that photograph just appears there, and there are many mechanics that go into it, whether it be replacing the area you're in or adding other mechanics. There's definitely variety in what the game has to offer mechanically. When I first saw the game, it reminded me a lot of The Witness, so that was definitely something I was interested in. I played The Witness recently, but it wasn't this past year, I don't believe, so that's why I'm not having it on the list. So, how do I feel about Viewfinder? I technically did not... Oh, I should also specify, I didn't finish all of these games. There's definitely a chunk of them that I've played a good chunk of in order to feel where I think it goes. Viewfinder is one of them. I haven't finished the last world of it. However, I do believe I know where the game is going and everything. And I don't believe playing it anymore is going to change my opinion of it. So that's why it's on the list. So, Viewfinder, how do I feel? I'm putting in good. Yeah. It didn't necessarily blow me away. I really did like the mechanics of the game, but I think its structure is the part that's kind of takes it down for me. It's level by level structure, and then each level has its own sub-levels. Typically, they all deal with a theme or mechanic associated with them, and there is a story going on where you are exploring this digital space that they use to test in order to figure out how to like combat climate change, I believe. It's the best way to put it. I mean, the world at the point where you as the player playing the game is definitely in shambles. And the people who are working in this digital space were trying to prevent that. So you're experiencing their notes and their tests that they did, and how they worked as a group. To be completely honest, I wasn't very interested, and I didn't like... whenever they would mention a name in the game, I just would not, like, it just wouldn't register to me who that was. So a lot of it just didn't feel that interesting to me. Also, the theme of climate change, very important topic. I 100% believe that. For some reason, this game didn't really make me feel any... I don't know, I just didn't really feel a reaction from it. This horrible thing happens. Yoshi's CC? What are you talking about? I'm scared now. Is this like a D's nuts joke? Because I have been done that before. Oh, Yoshi's Crafted World. What? What are you talking about? Why are you bringing that into this? That's unrelated. Yeah, so Viewfinder, it's a good game, structurally stable, which I appreciate. The puzzles are definitely engaging, but there's something about the structure that makes me, like, not desire going back to it. Like, I kind of expected a different way of using the picture mechanic that they showed in the trailers, rather than it be like like level by level. But again, and I also should preface this, these are my personal opinions. My opinions does not reflect your opinion. So if you feel differently, let me know and tell me why. And also, if you disagree with something that I say, like I say something that you just are like if I say, oh, this game I didn't like it at all because this, and this, and you're like, no, this, and this are great, then tell me. But also don't yell at me. Because in any good argument against something, you at least want to acknowledge the other person's side. So, because then you're more approachable with your argument. So, although I'm not arguing with anyone right now, I'm just worried that people are gonna get angry at me. So anyways, Viewfinder, good. I'll order these tier lists by row as well, which one I think is better than the other. Although it's also subject to change over time. Like, I may feel differently about a game later than when I played it. Next game, Eternites. This this was definitely the game I did not expect to be how it was. Because everything I was hearing about this game was, this is a Persona-like game. So, what is a Persona-like game? Apparently, I don't know. So, the way I see Persona is it is a daily life game. It has combat involved, typically turn-based. It has relationships. It has an engaging story, a theme to it. This game definitely has some of those, but also it's very different. The main... Alright. First, the major difference. First major difference of this game is that combat is not turn-based. It is live time. You can slow down the combat by selecting a certain skill that your party members can contribute to, but they're pretty much there just to do those specific skills, and that's it. You're the one who is going full frontal assault and taking the hits as well. So there's that. Also, yes, there is a relationship mechanic. It goes a bit deeper since apparently part of this game is about finding love. So, and that is weaved into its story, or woven, whatever the word is. It is such the one part of this game that blew me away, that I didn't expect, was the humor. It is the anime humor that is like the gross, horny guys and the girls who are like, oh my gosh, you're such pervs. But I so get annoyed by that in anime, and that is a big turnoff for me when it comes to anime. This game, I don't know how it did it, but it made me like the humor. And I don't know if that says something about me as someone with like someone who now has bad taste, but I don't know. I'm putting it in really good. I can't put it in best of the best because I felt like it was a bit short and the story was it just felt like it jumps a bit too much. I kind of would have liked it to be more Persona-esque, where there's more scenes with important talking, more build up to certain things, because certain things kind of just happen. I would say the end kind of you just roll on through and it's the end and there you go. So in that way, I think that's a negative, and it's a pretty strong one for me, because it feels like the whole overall experience becomes a bit shorter than what I would have liked. But what is there is really funny. It's fun. I don't know how they did it, but they made me like those jokes in this game, and I still am baffled by it. It's a game I would totally think about replaying. Not anytime soon though. Would have to be later. Xenoblade Chronicles. This game I've played before, and I streamed it. And all of the videos should be on the YouTube channel by now, so if anyone wants to go and watch it, I will warn you though, there is definite scuff going on in there, because some of the streams, like some of the videos got corrupted, and so I had to use the Twitch streams. Same with Sonic Adventure 2, but we'll get to that. So, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. This is the remake of Xenoblade Chronicles that came out on the Wii sometime, like maybe 2010-ish, around that time. My personal relationship with this game is that I first watched it when Chugga Conroy was playing it, and I loved it. So happy. One of my, I was blown away by the story. And then when the Switch version came out, I finally played the game for myself, and I still loved it. I had already played the second game by that point, so in that way I already knew its ties to this game, and I was just so happy that it got a facelift, that it got extra story. I'm not necessarily going to talk about the extra story right now, because it's we didn't play that. We're going to, but it's just all the other games, it's just too much right now, so we'll jump into that eventually, but I'm not considering that for this. I don't really know how else to put it. I love this game. One of my all-time favorites, and I think it's really one of the games that influenced me into developing certain kinds of taste for what was to come with a bunch of the other games, and even the games on this list. I would say that game, Xenoblade Chronicles, is kind of like my precursor to loving Persona as well. Because I'm like, wow, I really want another, good story, something engaging, and then, I found Persona after that, so yeah. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I am only considering the first game out of the two because I didn't play the second one yet. Stop it, Tucker. Tucker's here and he's being a little bit of a bad boy. The Great Ace Attorney, I knew about since before it was localized, and I was one of those people who watched, read like the script of the game and watched it along with the Japanese version, because I was like, wow, people love this, so I'm gonna watch it. And I gotta say, I really loved it too when I watched it. And then I finally got to play it as well, and it's definitely great. I just really loved the game. I never thought it was gonna be localized, but it was! So now we're here and I got to play it, finally. So yeah. How do I feel about it? I'll organize this later whether or not I believe this is over this. But I'm putting it in really good. Best of the best, I don't necessarily know about that. Definitely some slow parts in the game. If you're not interested in the case that they're going into, you're not going to be interested for a chunk of the game. I don't know. I really like the game. I know about the second game and some of its major twists, so that'll be interesting. But I don't know. I just can't necessarily put it on this tier, but maybe I'll have to reconsider these as I go on through the games. I have not put really any thought into where any of these go. I just shoved them into the tier list area. Oh my goodness, it's been 17 minutes and I've only done 4 games. Oh no. Okay, let's go through. Spider-Man. I streamed some of this, but I stopped because I couldn't, it just was not working for me with stream. My computer is it's old enough where streaming and playing a game is too much for it. So yeah. How do I feel about Spider-Man? And this is the remastered version. It's going in good. I liked it. This isn't the first time I played it. I played it, I don't know. It wasn't when it released, maybe the year after. I don't remember when it released, but I played it. It was good. When I first played it, I was definitely more impressed by it because of how fluid everything felt. The story was good, but replaying it, I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much, which is kind of difficult because I mean, I had fun on stream doing it, but I felt like I was having more fun because it was on stream versus me playing it. If I played it on my own, which I did play some of it on my own after stream, I just wasn't really having that much fun with it, which is also why I'm a little hesitant on playing Miles Morales and the second Spider-Man, especially since I heard the second Spider-Man, people described it as a few steps forward and a few steps back. So, I don't know. Persona 5 Tactica. This is the latest spin-off game for the Phantom Thieves. It is a tactical RPG, and I'm just gonna say immediately, it's meh. It's a little difficult for me. I think the game, you can skin it as a different game. and just rewrite the story a bit, and bam, it's a different tactical RPG. Have been craving a tactical RPG for a bit, and I've like thought about streaming Mario and Rabbids because I really like that game. It's goofy. The actual tactical part is really fun. This game, there is some positive tactical parts, but it didn't really like make me feel, oh wow, I love this. I didn't feel that. The story, the structure of the game is battle, story, battle, story. And to me, that just felt like it lost so much of what I liked about Persona. The characters are fine. They didn't butcher them like another Persona spinoff, which we will not mention. But I'm just not that interested in the story. I haven't finished the game. However, I have made it to, for anyone who has played the game, I've made it to the point where the new battle protagonist, we had the revelation about her. So without going into spoilers, that's where I'm at. And I know that's a big chunk of the game that I just didn't feel very invested in, and I felt like I was playing the game not because I wanted to, but because it was like, I'm just gonna finish another Persona 5 game. That's it. So I would say this is one of the weakest Persona in general spin-off games I've ever played. I'm not even going to play the DLC. I'm just not. Put it in the... I can't do it. It's not garbage because it's a very functioning game and they did what they needed to do. Garbage to me is like, wow, I can't believe I just played this pile of absolute disgustingness. Anyways, Octopath Traveler 2 came out this year, and my friends should know that I love Octopath Traveler 1. I had one big complaint with it, and that's that the party members didn't really feel like a group. I could like do my own imagination, like, oh, these two would be great together, and blah blah blah. Like, they have such good friendship, but that wasn't in the game. That's like just me projecting. So Octopath Traveler 2, did it solve it? It did a solution that was somewhat effective. I kind of wish there was more of it, but I was also very happy with it. Absolutely. Best of the best. I love the structure of Octopath, having the multiple characters, each with their own story, and them just being in a group together. Each party member is so unique with their skills, and then secondary job classes are just so much fun. I can totally see, though, people being turned off by it being a bit of a grindy game. I understand that. But for me, I enjoy it. I enjoy the grind. So in this game specifically, I enjoy the grind. There are other games where I don't enjoy the grind. This game, I like. And yeah, I absolutely believe it's better than Octopath 1. I actually got the special edition of it. So there's like these little busts, which is like the chest upward of each character in their own unique poses. I have it displayed on my bookshelf. I love them. Absolutely, I love this game, and it's kind of sad that it wasn't put anywhere like Game of the Year or anything. I was a little upset by that, but it's okay. I'll deal. I'll cope. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I have been making it a mission to replay all of the Layton games. and I have only gotten to 2 because everything else happened. And I am playing the versions that I already have, so these ones look like the mobile versions. I didn't play the mobile versions. I played the DS versions of them because I have them. So, Professor Layton and the Curious Village. The game, in my opinion, with the hardest puzzles. As a kid, absolutely frustrated the heck out of me because the puzzles were too hard. One of them was like an alien is looking at something and I don't know. It was like a guess what it is answer. And it was a compass. No, not a compass that points you in a direction. No, the mathematical compass that draws the circles. As a, like, 8-year-old, no, I'm not gonna know what that is. So, the puzzles were definitely a bit difficult for my 8-year-old self, but replaying them now, I was like, oh man. I was just so happy. I love this game. This game too. I love Diabolical Box as well. I actually used to... Before, I would probably put it here. Just because I thought the story made no sense to me. It felt too broken up. Nope. Once you appreciate the vibes of the game, what the transition from the Curious Village to this game, like, I can just put it over here for crying out loud. It was such a good improvement. Like, a really good sequel. So, I'm not gonna get too much into them. The new Professor Layton is coming out 2025, and it recently got announced that it was coming then. So, I hope to stream it when it comes out, but that is definitely a long ways away. So, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what's happening. Peggle? Is there a way to... Can I add a row? Dang it. Sorry for all the ads. They're annoying. Ugh, get off the screen! And then... So dumb. I don't know how to get... Is there a way to get rid of it? Sorry. Totally, I just ruined it. Dang it! Let's do undos. Undo resize. Okay. Oh! Wait. Oh no, they're gone just for new ones. What is going on? Were they like this before? Okay. There we go. Oh no, they're all unorganized! Dang it! Oh, this is what I get. What was our next one? Oh, Peggle. Peggle. I was gonna make a new tier for Peggle, but I guess I actually have to rate it. Alright. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh, this is... Actually, I don't want to talk about that yet. What do we talk about? See, I had them in order. For a reason. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about Hoko Life. Hoko Life. This is... I guess it's an indie-developed game. I played the Switch version of it. How do I feel about it? Well, it is a kind of like an Animal Crossing clone that has its own thing going on. I will admit I didn't play much of the game, but there is a reason for that. it's not that good. And when I started looking into the game, like, wikis and, like, what's going on, it just made me more and more be like, wow, I really don't want to play this game. One thing it has going for it, though, is that, making furniture and stuff is actually pretty cool, how, dynamic it can be. But other than that, just play Animal Crossing. Which is so sad. Just play Animal Crossing. Feels like the villagers have no life in this game. The dialogue is just boring. It just feels like a boring game. Just play Animal Crossing if you want to play a game like that. I was looking for, oh, maybe a game like Animal Crossing, and I went to that, and that was, well, that's where we're at. We Love Katamari! I played that actually very recently, probably in the past few weeks. And how do I feel about it? It's good. I played Katamari Damacy. I also really like that. I'd probably put Katamari Damacy in really good, but Katamari, We Love Katamari, it was fine. I would say the music was not my jam compared to Damacy. The levels, it felt like another Damacy. I also really didn't care for the theming of the game being like, oh, Katamari Damacy did so well, so let's do a self-aware game about how well it did and how everyone wants to join in on the fun. And I'm like, I just really don't care. I don't really know how else to describe it. I just didn't care enough for me to enjoy it. Kirby's Dream Land 2. Probably a really weird one to put in the list, but I have been making it a mission to play a lot of the Kirby games recently, and this one was probably one of the earlier, probably mid ones I played. So Kirby's Dream Land 2 is actually pretty good, and I'm saying good for what it is. I enjoyed it. I thought its unique stuff with the 3 different companions was pretty cool. Definitely got frustrated with it, and I'm very happy I played it on an emulation on my 3DS, because if I had to actually play the real thing and deal with the deaths and all that, I probably would be very angry. So, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I kind of wish they brought something like this back, because it was cool having both the companions and then the copy abilities that mixed with them to do, like, it was like nice uniqueness to it. Continuing the Kirby train, we're doing Kirby Star Allies. I really like Star Allies, and I know it's one of the lesser liked Kirby games because everyone was like, how is it different from Dreamland? And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's just fun. It was just a nice Kirby game. I don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't put it in the best of the best because there's definitely better than that, and there's I don't know. In a ways, I do agree that it is another Dreamland. Return to Dreamland. So, I don't really know how else to explain it. Also, to give context on my Kirby history, I started getting into Kirby. Well, I actually played this game when it came out, and it didn't interest me that much because I wasn't very into 2D platformers at the time. But when I played, especially easy ones like this, but when I played Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that's when I was going crazy. And I'm so sorry, Scott, I'm not even reading your messages. It's not because I don't care, it's because they just aren't showing up in my face. Like, usually they show up over here for me. So every time you say stuff, usually you show up here, but now they're showing up on the other screen, so I have to look at that more. Alright. Next Kirby. Kirby Return to Dreamland! Deluxe, the Switch version. Also, really good. But, I don't know. I played better. That's overall. Also, it didn't appeal to me since it was, like, I didn't play the original, and I wasn't part of that group that experienced that Kirby gap. That was a big issue. So, the idea behind this didn't really hit it home for me, but I still liked it. I don't have any Kirby other ones, right? Okay. Harvestella. Also probably a weird one to put up here. This is kind of like a farming simulator mixed in with RPG. In a few ways it can be compared to Eternites, and then in other ways it can be compared to Stardew Valley, so... No, weird mix. I didn't finish the game, however I do intend to keep playing it. Everything else that came out was pretty difficult. Definitely really good. I really like the characters. I enjoy the farming part. I would say this is the first farming game for me that I was like, wow, I like this. So, very impressed by it. It could go down over time if I play more farming games and I find them better, but for now it's really good to me. If you can tell, I'm kind of like speeding up a little because it's like almost 7. Lies of P. So, some of my friends played this as well. I didn't finish this game yet. I'm actually taking a break from it because I was getting pretty frustrated. I would say I'm getting frustrated because of the game. I'm getting frustrated because this is my first Souls-like game. That Souls-likes are meant to be go in, get killed, go in, get killed, go in, get killed over and over again. And I'm at a point where that just keeps happening and it's kind of frustrating for me. But it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of the game. Once I return to it, I know I'm gonna like it again and even more. It's on the list because I played a good chunk of it that I don't believe my opinion's going to drastically change from now to when I finish it. Best of the best. I really like the game. I love the theming. One thing that does bother me about the game is when it gets to the kind of like I guess the people who are sick and like the zombie looking enemies, I don't like them. They aren't my thing. And I was like, come on, just go back to the puppets. I like the puppets. They're fun. They move creepily. They're really cool designs. These guys, I'm like, great, it's just another zombie looking thing. So, I made it to the part where I got past that. But definitely I was like, I don't really care for that part. It was still fun through it, but I just don't necessarily like that design. But still best of the best. Alright, what do I... Story of Seasons. I should have done that instead of Lies of P. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Also, it's just another farming game that I played. It's good. I wasn't necessarily blown away by it. But I played it while my mom was trying it as well. This was her first game, pretty much, other than Animal Crossing, she was getting into on her Switch. So I decided to play it with her, and I liked it. It was a fine game. I'm like literally at the part before you get to the credits of the game. But I'm also not... I feel like I'm not as interested anymore to play it because there's other things that are out, and I just don't think I'm gonna enjoy still continuing to play. I think my limit was reached. of how much I was enjoying the game. So maybe I'll go back to it sometime. But for now, it's good. Where else? Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. We stream this game. This is a stream game. Really good. I really enjoyed it. Some frustrating design parts, some kind of dud areas, but I really loved it. I played the movie game and not this one when I was a kid, so that was my experience. And people say that's that's a worse experience, and I can understand that. I feel like Battle for Bikini Bottom is a more rounded experience that has a lot more references to the show part instead of it being a movie game. But I really liked it, and as a remake, I think it did a really good job. And I was actually very happy when they announced it at first, because I was like, oh wow, they're bringing these kinds of games back. Alright, Super Mario Galaxy! I don't really know if there's much explanation. It is pretty much my favorite 3D Mario game, and it is my, one of the most influential games of my life. So replaying it on Switch was great. Yeah. I don't really know much else to say about it. I really loved it. Alright. Let's go into Sonic. Sonic Origins. So this is going to be... Sonic Origins is a collection of Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm not ranking them individually right now. Eventually, once I get through a lot more Sonic games, I'll probably do like a tier list for all the Sonic games. I'm gonna put it in good. Pretty much middle of the road good, because Sonic 1 definitely didn't really enjoy that much. Sonic CD was good, but I wasn't fully happy with it because the time mechanics was very weird. I didn't understand it throughout the whole game. Sonic 2 was great. I really liked it. There were probably 1 or 2 dud zones for me. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is technically 2 games, but we consider them 1 since pretty much they are the length of 1 game together. I also really liked... I don't like playing as Knuckles in pretty much any game ever, because I don't care for his glide ability ever. So, I feel like I should just put that out there. But yeah, it's pretty much middle of the line. First 2 games, I didn't really have that much enjoyment. Second 2 games, I did. So, I feel like it's a good place for them. Sonic Adventure DX. Really good. I can't put it here because I just can't. There are definite flaws with the game, with it being the multiple, there's 6 different characters to play as with very different gameplay styles. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. I really liked how all their stories are pretty much happening at the same time. You get to see them in different perspectives. The story was, in my opinion, kind of tame compared to other games that come up that I'm like, what is going on? This one was actually kind of understandable, which is good. But yeah, I really like it. Same boat for this one. Well, I'll get into once I start shuffling these to be in their true order, how much I which one is better. This one I liked. The part when it starts going to the end, then I was starting to say to myself, I just don't want to I was pretty much done with the game because it was getting really frustrating by the end. Any of the Knuckles and Rouge stages were really getting frustrating. Same thing for the original. Yeah. I stream both of these games, so if you want to watch them, go ahead. They're there. Sonic Superstars. Sonic Superstars. We'll put in really good. Trips mode, I pretty much quit playing because I just got so angry at the final boss. I watched what the final boss was, and I was like, I just didn't really care. This was another game where I was pretty much done, but I really like the base game with all the characters. Again, don't really care for playing as Knuckles. Like, any form of him is just not that fun to me. Sorry. Is that it for Sonic? Yeah. Alright, let's talk about Ori and the Will of the... It's not the Will of the Wisp. This is the Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Blind Forest, good. I can't say it was really good because I don't know. Something about playing it, this is my second time playing it. Something about playing it again was not that fun for me. Yeah. I can't necessarily explain it. I think the mechanics I just wasn't really jiving with again, playing it through it again, so I don't know. I am starting to like trying to go fast. It's 704. Pikmin. Really good. I love Pikmin. Pikmin, the thing that holds it back is the AI of the Pikmin. And again, I played Pikmin on stream. I played Pikmin 2 on stream, so if you want to watch them, go ahead. And also, we'll eventually play Pikmin 3 and 4. The original Pikmin. The level design is awesome. It's just the Pikmin AI. That is what holds this game down from being the best of the best. And sadly, Pikmin AI is a very important part of the games, because if bad things are happening and you don't feel like they're in your control, then it starts to feel really dumb and frustrating. So that's pretty much the only reason why it's not up here. Not 3 Deluxe. Pikmin 2! I'm putting in good. I have a really hard time with the cave system. They just throw bombs at you. They throw these bosses that make you want to rip your hair out. I feel like because random generated caves, it feels like that it lost some of what I liked with Pikmin 1, which was the really great level design. Since it's randomly generated, the caves in this game, level design, not really there anymore. So, besides the overworld, and I feel like the overworld wasn't even that amazing of a design either. So that is why it's only in good. It's not... I wouldn't put it in meh, because I still like the game. But I wouldn't put it in really good, because I can't. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Best of the best. 100%. There are flaws with the game that Pikmin 4 fix. However, Pikmin 4 has its own flaws. Pikmin 3 positives, beautiful looking game. 3 captains made it so much more fun, and you can throw the captain, so there's much more multitasking, and it really felt like the game became more strategic as it goes on. The bonus mode was great. It brought back the time limit system, but instead it was more flexible since it was based off of what you collected, which was great. I don't know. I just so love this game. 4, same thing. I love this game, and I was so happy to finally be able to play it. I was very iffy on Oatchi, but I grew to like him throughout the game. Some things that I feel like are kind of missed out is that the Dandori, which is the multitasking aspect, felt a little bit too like located in the caves with the Dandori challenges versus the overworld, which was kind of like a more relaxing go through it time. It didn't feel like there was as much pushing for multitasking, especially without the time limit. I feel like if there was a time limit, it goes here. But I just it's hard for me to pick between these two, which one I like better, but I'll have to make the decision once I get to it. Mario 1? No. Luigi's Mansion 3, we'll talk about that. Luigi's Mansion 3. Good. It's like I played it and just kind of stopped playing it, and then this past year I played it and finished it. My issues with it is that it just didn't do... It was too structured. Each level you went through once, and then that was it. The only time you went back is if you were searching for collectibles, which isn't really why you should be going back. And for that stupid cat thing, which got annoying pretty fast. And that is not, to me, what made the first game so good. Because the first game felt like a whole house that you were going through and walking through the different hallways multiple times to find the rooms you're supposed to go to. This game is it's a hotel, so you're based off of the floors, and it didn't feel as cohesive. They did bring back unique ghosts, but they weren't really that fun to me. I don't know. The game is just good. I wasn't really that happy with it, but I don't know. Let's do the Metroid stuff. Where is it? Metroid Zero Mission. Really good. Actually, let's put it in best of the best. I love that game. For history's sake, let's just put Metroid Dread up here too. Love these games. So much fun. I actually couldn't believe how much I love these games. Dread was my first Metroid game, and I was like really stunned, and then so I was like, let's go in order. In a way, I didn't play the original, so I just went to Zero Mission, and that was great. I had a really good time. I was surprised. Not many flaws with the game. Metroid Dread at the end started to get a little repetitive with its boss fights. Metroid Zero Mission, I would say its biggest issue is that it was short. But not short like Eternights. This felt like a very complete package still. Samus Returns, which was the 3DS remake of Metroid 2, which Metroid 2 was pretty much not great. It's going in meh, because it was very boring compared to the other games. The Ion mechanics were not that great. They did it so much better in Dread, but the Samus Returns just did not really do it for me. Didn't scratch that nice Metroid itch that these two games did. Super Metroid, really good. I do not prefer it over these two, and I am sorry to say, there is something weird about this game that didn't drive with me, and I can't necessarily put it into words right now because I'm kind of rushing, but it was really good still. But something about it, the story in this game though was really good. I love the baby Metroid and what happened after Samus Returns and how this game took it, and I really did feel emotions with this game, which I didn't expect because I didn't know that about this game. I went into this one blind, hearing that it was the best one, and in my opinion it wasn't, but still loved it. Fusion! Fusion also is going in this tier. Really liked Fusion. Very much more linear though, and I kind of did take a break from it because I was getting I wasn't really that invested in it, but once I got back into it, I was really happy with it. But it's extremely linear, and it felt like a Luigi's Mansion 3 situation where it was just kind of too broken up for me to like. So that's why it's there. Metroid Prime Remastered, going in best of the best. I was really happy with this game. I couldn't believe it. It was the best transition from 2D Metroid to 3D Metroid, and still keeping what I loved about the 2D series intact. that is how I can describe it. Negatives about it, definitely can be frustrating in a 3D environment, especially with strange controls. That is pretty much its negative. Breath of the Wild. Best of the best. Let's put Tears of the Kingdom there too. Both of them very similar games. Actually, you know what's funny? Put them next to each other, there's like weird... I don't know. That was weird. Like, it kind of looks like they match weirdly. They're just great games. Fun. I'll get into which one I like more. Their issues, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feels a little bit less of Zelda than Breath of the Wild does, but Tears of the Kingdom adds a lot more mechanical stuff. So, that was very impressive to me. Also, it was fun exploring Breath of the Wild's world for the first time. Tears of the Kingdom's world I wasn't as interested in exploring. Mario Wonder. Best of the best. I was also blown away by this game. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, new art style. It looks so cool. Like, they're trying. And then you play, I'm like, oh my gosh, they tried! And their design philosophy was so fun that it was, take your time developing this. If you have an idea, try it, and we'll see where it goes. And it turned out to be this, and I don't know, I was just so happy with this game. Alright. It's time to reorder them. So, Garbage, Hoko's still staying. Tactica, Samus Returns, that feels right. This is better than Viewfinder. This is better than both of them. This is better than those three. Better. I'm putting that there. I'll put that there. I'll put that there. Put this here. Alright. That's good now. I love this song. This is kind of hard, isn't it? I like Sonic Adventure DX more. I'm sorry. I just feel like I had more fun with it than this one, which kind of is like the ultimate factor for me. We'll put it here. Super Metroid. We'll put that there. Sonic Superstars. We'll leave that there. Peggle's kind of like the meme one. No. It's so hard to pick between these two. Okay. Oh. Nah, I gotta put that there. You know, for how I feel right now, it's going here. Just because I was so surprised by it, and then it's more fresh for me. This is how I'm leaving it. Yep, I'm leaving it like this. So I guess my game of the year is Octopath Traveler 2. And that came out this year. So, I mean, yeah, but it's not nominated for Game of the Year. And I get it. I kind of wish it was nominated for more... Like, it wasn't nominated at all for anything. Which blew my mind. Because it is such a good game for me. Like, I love it so much. Why is there such a difference between these two? This did not do the magic for me. It just didn't. This one did. I replayed it, still loved it. This one I'm currently replaying, and I'm having a better time with it, but I'm also like, I just like these games more. So that's why they're there. These two are just so close, but for right now, Pikmin 3 is there because I feel like it does the multitasking better. Yep. Alright. That's the tier list. Thank you all for watching. This is for the YouTube video. We're not finishing stream, but thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have comments on the results of this, let me know. And please don't be just your opinions are bad. I want to know. I want to know why. And then once I get the why, I'll probably reply back to you and either say, yeah, you're right, or be like, I understand that, but that definitely does not change my opinion. And that'll be that. So this is what it is right now. So I hope you all have a great rest of your days. Goodbye.